father lives in well, actually, he's go with this girl, and her father lived in Chicago, and he's been a heroin addict since the 70s. And anyway, they just came and chain whipped this nigga ass and ended up taking him somewhere, the government or whoever, and he woke up in a room full of black men. Just bodies all over the floor. And he was like, they're taking these bodies, and he just started hollering about they're taking body parts, they're taking body parts. Now, he woke up 3 weeks after they chained with his ass or whatever. So, I guess they figured that this guy was smarter than what they thought he was, so basically they took him, and they took him to a hospital room, and they started giving him all these drugs and stuff, and he started reading his chart and stuff. So the doctors was getting mad, so what they did was they basically they put him back to sleep, and then he woke up again, and they released him. But now he's back walking around the street, and his heroin addiction is gone. You see what I'm saying? Now, I know damn well a black man with melanin that's been on heroin since the 70s, that's pretty much who he is, and you ain't getting rid of that shit in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's right.
So apparently, for the mere fact that they let him go, that ought to let you know that they brother. And although the brother is back and he has no heroin addiction, and he can still remember partially things that happened, because they also, the clone does not suspect itself to be the clone. This brother, if they let him out, you best believe they didn't let him out to go back and tell some stuff or whatever. They let him out. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying they still rolling, and this is the latest thing that happened right before Christmas also too. Now, I mentioned something to you recently, and it just came to me in the spirit. That's what I love. It came to me in the spirit, and it came to my girl in the spirit. And I mentioned it in a past lecture, I think sometime in June. And in actuality, I got the actual statistics, because it came on TV about a month ago and broke this thing down. And let me give you this particular information first. And it proves my statement. I love it when this happens. In 1990, they said the rise between they had based on this so-called rise in economy, this rise in economy that they all talking about. They said the rise in economy, the middle class earnings rose 15%. That put them at $125,000 per family. Now, first of all, the word middle class is, for the mere fact that some of you up in here that consider yourself middle class, if you ain't got $125,000, that means that your motherfucking ass is not a part of the middle class, because the middle class don't have nothing to do with it has everything to do with color. So these words, when they say middle class, they're literally, see, they section everything off. Welfare, that means a group of people. Middle class means a group of people, mainly white people. You see, as well as rich. You understand what I'm saying? So when they say middle class, you say, I'm middle class, but I didn't make $125,000. No, this middle class is a literal, it's a classification of a certain racial group. It ain't got shit to do with you. You damn right you didn't make $125,000. But your ass middle class, I mean, you riding around in a little car and shit, like we say, 2 paychecks away from poverty. But the middle class made $125,000. Now, this is supposed to be a booming economy, right? The poor, the middle class rate rose 15% or 16%, whereas the poor only rose 1%. Now, wait a minute here. Even in a booming economy, if you got a booming economy, the poor would have rose more than damn 1%. We say, look, 0, 1. That's literally nothing. 1% means the motherfucker didn't rise at all. So how is it that you can have a booming economy, even in a booming economy, that means that the doggone bomb tips of what he bombs for supposed to go higher than what it is? So wait a minute, let's get this right. If you got a booming economy that you are saying that everything was supposed to rise, then that means that even poor people would see some type of doggone heightened. Right? At least 5%. If you rose 16%, right? But they said 1%, which is nothing. Now let's get this right. One rise is 16% and one rise is 1. And they got a polarization amongst the classes. That 1% is your ass. I'm quite sure that you ain't got no more money than your ass had in 1990. Or less. You probably was doing better. You see what I'm saying? I know damn well I was. The key on what I'm trying to say here is, these statistics prove my question right. So they say, well, what's the difference? They say, well, these middle class, these white families, because they tried to make this, they always got to give you an explanation, and you automatically go, yeah, okay, right, because the white man is right, so whatever he says is right. So one thing they got to do is give you the explanation. So first thing they said was, these families learn how to invest their money on the stock exchange. Now come get the out of here. Come on now, you mean to tell me every white person is walking around here with blue chip stocks and whatever all that old dividend bullshit is? Come on, get the hell out of here. You know 400 dumb crackers. Okay. Can't sign their name the right way. They might be middle class, they might have a little old car and your little powder puff, but they didn't need shit. Come on, man, they can give that shit to everybody. You think, please. But they can give you the excuse that they was all the white people in the country was on the stock exchange and started investing. That's some lie. You see what I'm saying? The key here is what really happened was what I told you, and it proves what I was telling you back in June, that they put money in white people's bank accounts, and they give them money and they pay them to be citizens. Yeah. And the reason why you don't know, because there ain't no checks going out. They funnel it in their bank account. So if I funnel something in your bank account, that's right, they say they rose 15%. You see? They funnel it in the bank account. So this is proving what I said is right. You see. Now, did I tell you about Carl Ware, the senior vice president of Coca-Cola? Because we want to knock this black bourgeoisie out your head right now if you think I'm making it in America. Well, we're going to give you the greatest success story there is. So if you think you're making it in America, wait till you hear this story here and you will understand in actuality that your ass ain't nothing but a slave today, a slave tomorrow, and a slave forever if you don't get this planet.
That's right. Come on.
Now, Carl Ware graduated from Clark College, now Clark Atlanta University, is the senior vice president of Coca-Cola. Now, we're not just talking on his own Cadillac dealership. Coca-Cola is one of the biggest companies in the world. You ever see that movie called Coca-Cola Kid with Eric Roberts? So yeah, we got some things. Some people ain't selling Coke in this area. We got to go there and find out why they ain't selling Coke in this particular area in Europe. You see different things like that. Coca-Cola is one of the biggest companies in America, in the world. So that means that Carl Ware, being senior vice president, has got to have one of the biggest jobs a black man can hold. Right? Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Big Bourgeoisie, and not necessarily you, but the people out there in TV land or whatever you want to call it. This man is, you tell me, oh, it's all about, you know, if your mind can achieve, you can believe, you can receive, and all that old Cook and Jesse Jackson give you. Okay, let's see. Now here's a man that's got one of the highest jobs in the world that a black man can hold. They fired this one week. You know what they did? They had the security guard march this out the front door. They just didn't say, you know, we're going to let you go, you know. You just go ahead and resign. No, they had this nigga with the security guard marching him out the front door like he stole some damn sneakers. You know, just like they march you be up in Burger King or whatever, or you be up in the drugstore and you see Polo Black Man, they done marched out the door and shit. You know what I'm saying? He done stole some cotton balls or some shit. You drop your head because you all shame and shit. You like, oh, poor ass nigga and all, need to get a job, need to get an education. Yeah, well, here go the man. This man got one of the top jobs in the world. They marched that nigga out, right out the door, okay? The next day, the suit broke based on these black people sued Coca-Cola. So they was like, oh, shit. We just fired the senior vice president. That means everybody in the world gonna get paid from us. So So they had to go rush and get their brother back. Probably say, we're going to give you $10 million.
Oh my God.
You thinking that's a lot of money. This is Coca-Cola. $10 million is like a dime. But we can't understand the concept that white people don't even operate on money. That's a... You understand what I'm saying? $10 million is a lot for you because you can buy a whole bunch of shit with that. White people don't even deal with that on that level. So they can give you $10 million. They print $10 million every doggone minute. That's nothing to them. So they probably gave him a whole bunch of money. So he came on back. But see, this is the problem here. Now this man was the senior vice president for like 16 years. But that means he has actually become fat from the spoils of that company. You see what I'm saying? So my point here is that he was supposed to go, wait a minute, hold on. I'm going near 60 and shit, you know what I'm saying? Prostate acting up, you know what I'm saying? Nutsack acting right. Hell, what the hell I need a whole bunch of money for? Shit, I'm already married and shit. But I need all this money. See, you gotta think this way. Hell, it ain't like you 14. Your life ahead of you. I mean, after being senior vice president of a major corporation, what else do you want? Money is no object. So he's supposed to go, wait a minute, hold on now. Y'all disrespected me by marching me out the front door and everybody saw my ass to the damn wind. So now I got a chance by saying, no, I ain't coming back and we can screw the whole company. Because the whole key was that he's supposed to thought about the people. He done had his money. Right? And probably set up for the rest of his life that they ain't, you know what I'm saying? But no, you see, that's the way he thinks. So he should have thought about the people, all the other black people that's been getting kicked in the ass, and say, I ain't coming back, and that way they could have sued him, and you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of shit went down. So they brought him back, although the suit gonna go through, it's not gonna be as magnified and strenuous as you know what I'm saying, and humongous as it would have been if they would have damn said we fucked the senior vice president too. Imagine what they could have done to the company. But see, that's the way the niggas' minds are. He's still a slave. You see what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden, then he goes back for a couple of months, and then he announces his retirement coming up. You see? Now you're gonna retire any damn way. Fuck that little bit of cash. You could have went and just said, we gonna screw you. We gonna stick it to you. You see what I'm saying? But see, this is the way the slave mind is. It's very dangerous. Dr. Ben said, a black man without knowledge is a dangerous one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So it's the same thing what they told you in the Matrix. Although they're your people, or they are people, and we're trying to free them, they're still a part of that system, and they should be looked on as the enemy.
Oh yeah.
And so that's one of my keys now. I look on all people without consciousness as the doggone enemy. And that's not being elite. That's just the way it is. I ain't got time for no foolishness. So I deal with them on the level I want to deal with them. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I might see a brother I know on the street and say, I'm getting this way. I might see a brother I know on the street and know he buy some bullshit. So I might just turn my head and let him walk on by. Normally I go, hey, he go, hey, man, but see, I don't want to hear that. So I say, well, you know, there's times when I will want to deal with that. But right now I don't feel like dealing with the bullshit. So same thing happened.
Right.
I'm walking down the street, my man said, goddamn, you getting big as Santa Claus. I said, yeah, you know. Well, okay, yeah, you know. He said, come on, get in the car with me. Brother I used to hang out with when I was over at Clark. He was at AU, got a master's degree in mathematics. His brother's a genius in mathematics. He used to work for payroll up here at Andrew Young. So he got on the detective force after 10 years. And I'm like, well, damn, you got a master's degree in mathematics. This guy's a mathematical genius. What the hell are you doing running down the, detective force? So he's like, well, I said, what the hell? So we riding around, it's a couple of days before the Super Bowl. He said, so come on, man, you want to go to the Super Bowl? I said, you got tickets? I said, you got tickets? Now, I knew I wasn't going because I was supposed to do this ritual. I'll get in that in a few minutes, but I said, you got tickets? He said, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to bust some scalpels. And we're going to take them, I'm going to go run down the thing and take them to jail, and we're going to come back and you just take the tickets. You're going to get the tickets and take the tickets. So bring your girl or whoever you want to bring, bring them. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I said, ain't no way in hell I'm going to go up here. I said, man, how the hell I'm going to go up in this thing? I'm going to go up in some doggone Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, based on you putting another brother in jail. You see what I'm saying? But see, these are the doggone Negroes out here. So you got to start dealing with them on another level. You see what I'm saying? But like 1980, It's interesting because 1980 they said that the prison rate was only 329,000 people. Now it's 1,024,000 people, and you know the majority of those people are the black man. So now they're saying that America got the most amount of people locked up in the world. And the most amount of those people locked up in the world is the black man. So that means in actuality, the black man is literally considered a prisoner. So even you see a motherfucker walking around out here, that's a prisoner. That's the way they are classifying you now. And that's why they got this movie, these two movies out. You see? As well as another one coming out, 3 Strikes, got the nigga in handcuffs. You know, 3 Strikes, it's an old comedy movie. Got the nigga in handcuffs. Same old shit. You see what I'm saying? You see. So there's a lot of stuff going down now. And I was telling you about this whole cell phone thing last time. Well, you know, you conscious people ain't gonna do much to you. But the whole cell phone thing is how they got everybody induced into an artificial consciousness that resembles sleep. And it's through them cell phones and all. And they was talking about how it was only 5.3 million in 1990. Now it's like 84 million in the, you know what I'm saying, cell phones. And that's 2 weeks ago. You see what I'm saying? Niggas getting them every hour. You see, now this is interesting. I want to show you this. Now, to show you propaganda, what I'm talking about, here is an article, a Chevrolet. Niggas ain't bought no Chevrolets in years now. No, we bought the hell out of some Impalas now. That's the black man damn wagon. That Impala. Here it is, Chevrolet thing. Now here it is, they got the black man from Africa. They got a Buffalo soldier, a Civil War soldier, got a brother that's playing jazz, got a trumpet in his hand, got a sister in the civil rights movement. I want to put that on here. And then they got a sister graduating with Kente Claus. But look what this shit says. Once upon a time in America. That means that none of these people on this picture is around anymore. See, once upon a time, you said, oh, you just reaching. No, that's the way shit goes. Remember, even Richard Pryor told you, I saw Rogan's Run, and wasn't no white black people in a futuristic movie. That means they didn't intend for your ass to be there. So when you see this is subtle. It says, once upon a time in America, so even her ass is extinct. You see what I'm saying? And so they say, man, even with the education thing now, they're saying we losing ground big time. You see, with the education thing and all, they get rid of a lot of these black colleges coming up. Whole bunch of shit going on, and my boy is just all hurt about how, man, even Clark and all them, man, it's just like wild over there. Nobody into no consciousness. And we went over there the other night, and my boy did a lecture, so they called me through to back him up. You know, look, Egyptology thing, trying to get the freshmen into something. So I came through. I was going to do the, historical origins of Christianity. 10 people showed up. And the rest of the people in there was the fraternity brothers. And I said, now, this is interesting. In 95, I did 2 days a week for the entire week of Black History Month, and we had people all out the door. But see, that was coming off of the whole Public Enemy, KRS-One, X-Clan, you see what I'm saying? Paris and all the other type of rap. Yeah. So now they done switched that shit to Biggie and all these, and especially Puff Daddy and all about getting paid. You see what I'm saying? And all this shit here, getting paid and being the best hoe you can be and stuff like this and all. You see what I'm saying? So they done switched it. So now the conscious level is gone now. So the freshmen, they don't know nothing about no consciousness because you see the government then came in and they done switched that whole shit. It's all about juvenile and these motherfucking niggas about getting paid and to back that ass up. Yeah. So now we got 10 people. Whereas 5 years ago, even though that was later, because it was early 90s when it was dealing with the whole X-Clan stuff, even 5 years ago, 1994, 1995, 1993, I used to come up there and we used to have people all out the back, all out the door. As a, you know what I'm saying, a huge crowd. The energy used to be so strong until I'd be hollering to the top of my voice. And I said, damn it, because there's a lot of young, powerful energy up in here. But all that shit changed now. 10 people. You see, so my man was like, oh man, he was like, man, this whole thing, he said, attack on education. I'm like, wait a minute, you know what, that's good. I said, because the underclass got their ass whipped the first 10 years. Now it's your fucking time. None of us get up out of this shit. So damn the education. You see what I'm saying? If they can go through it, if our brothers and sisters in the project can get killed and get their ass whipped, we need to feel the goddamn heat too in the comfort zone. So now because your daughters is resembling juvenile and all them assholes and shit, that's fitting. Nobody gets up out of this shit. He was like, you know, I was like, look, man, just think about it. I said, let's just break this thing down. I know it's bad out here. I say, but in actuality, that's good. He said, what do you mean? I say, look, let's just look at this thing for a minute. If the white man is so devastating based on historically to us, even with the slave thing, even with our ancestors, even what he has done to the underclass, and if you're saying that I want some comfort zone and I would love it for every black person to be at a level where they're comfortable and have nice things and basically doing all right, I'm like, then that means that in actuality, the white man's system would appear to be good, and in actuality, he would be all right. And based on what he did to us, I would rather have pain and suffering. I say, so give me the damn pain and suffering, give me the most wretched, putrid feces, because that creates an enigma. That means in actuality that ultimately he could not get certain things right, and we literally show America being fucked up in our demise. You see what I'm saying? So, in so many words, I was trying to say, why in the hell you want us to even do good when you think about it? That's the question. Why would you want us to even do good in a bullshit society that doesn't rape your grandmama? To do good is to pay honor to this society, so fuck the dumb shit. Give me pain and suffering.
That's right. Yes.
That's right. That's right. Give me a cane and I'll walk around with a goddamn limp. I'll be the papa, because why? Just think about it. Why would I want to develop and prosper in this society, just rape my grandmama and my mama and kill me? That doesn't make any logical sense. So in actuality, if black people fucked up, that means we right on time.
Right.
We represent that part of the society, you understand what I'm saying, that tells you that this society is still fucked up. Because if everybody in this society was doing good, you understand what I'm saying, we couldn't point the finger at the damn white man no more. You see what I'm saying? And we don't do that now. So at least, that's a thorn in the side of the black bourgeoisie niggas. You see. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Let me go on. Now you saw this. This is a damn shame. Now you know, when you see this, it's over. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. I heard about it a couple of months ago, about a year ago. But I said it was too horrible to even think about. This is the end of the world when you see some shit like this. You might as well pack it on up. You see what I'm saying? You might as well pack it on up. They got a white man that's an installed king in Ghana. A white man. It's the end of the damn world. When you got a cracker from England.
He's on the golden stool?
He's on the stool, he got the kid, but he is the king. Wow. This motherfucker is the king of one of the tribes in Ghana, a fucking white man. It's over. That's a white man. He not only, he got a sister. Somebody done thrown him one of the sisters to screw. He's the biggest pimp. Can you understand the magnitude? That ought to tell you something about our people on the continent.
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying? Just like that Diallo thing last night. I knew it last year. I said that's some. I said it, and see, it's my bearing witness to it. I told y'all last year that was some government shit. They just don't go and shoot nobody 45 times. And I knew it when I said that nigga gonna get off. I said I got it in the tape last week. I said I know he gonna get off. So they was saying, I think that when I was up in New York, I said, man, they gonna get him off because the prosecution is on the side of the fence. I said, you damn right. But see, the key here is it ain't got nothing to do with racism. It's got something to do with emotion. And they can use your energy, and we're going to get into that too. I got a book coming out of some information Then I got also how they take the energy when you do emotion, they use that energy. And they feed off that energy. I'll go through some of the transcripts tonight. But the key here is that whole dialogue thing, and then she gonna come out and go, we must not resort to violence.
Hillary, you mean?
Huh? No, the mama.
The mom, okay, yeah.
Now if that was my child, I'd like, look, kill every cracker ass walking.
That's right.
Kill them all. Kill them all right now. Even if I got to go back to the house and just chill in my recliner and watch some TV, y'all kill them all. I figure my son already died, so I'm exempt. But y'all go out there and kill up some motherfuckers. It is therapeutic. Somebody shoot your people on the gangland style and you talking about some non-violent bullshit.
That's right.
It's all a part of a ritual. But that whole key is all a part of the ritual also, too. You see. So it's very key that you understand that. But then again, we got millions and millions and millions of black people whose thought process, analytical process, has never been developed. You see what I'm saying? And so what it is they have had children, and so therefore thought is abnormal. We're not talking about analytical, we're just talking about thought.
Yeah.
See, I take the issue that we don't even think, we basically function off of all emotion. Whether it's subtle emotion or whatever, it's all emotion, and the rest of it is a few instincts. Based on feeling. I feel you. No, motherfucker, fuck the feeling. You need to be thinking, goddammit. Damn some feeling shit. We got too much feeling. No, motherfucker, I know what time it is. You see? So you got thousands, millions of black people who never developed thought. We ain't saying analytical ability, because that's abnormal. We just saying pure thought. We're talking about people that just function off of raw emotion and an instinct. We're talking about literally roach level. You see? You see, that's what time it is. Now, you know that the white man is now saying that he came out and he said that the origin of the Asian was white, from white. This cracker said that the origin of Asian people was white. Now, I know, so now most people out here that don't understand recessive dominant, you can get the doggone recessive from the dominant, but you can never get the dominant from the recessive.
That's right.
Caucasian.
Some people say, what is dominant? No, look, we'll break this down for the TV land. You know what Kool-Aid is. Every done been an expert at making damn Kool-Aid. You know how it is when you first make that shit. You got to put just enough sugar and just enough water. You can't get no pure, potent Kool-Aid from watered down Kool-Aid. You better put another half a pack up in that baby and some more sugar. Now that's the way the shit go for the people out there that don't understand. Everybody an expert at making damn Kool-Aid. Now I used to make Kool-Aid taste like juice. I make it just like juice. My mama was like, God damn, boy. Now we middle class. I'm from a middle class family. My mama like, God damn, nigga, you got that shit. I said, that shit tastes like juice. My mama like, you got that shit, boy. That's right. Make Kool-Aid taste like juice. And also, too, was an expert on catching rats with a rat trap. Y'all motherfucker got a problem? Slip me $20 and buy some rat traps, and I'll show you how to catch about 50 rats in one night. That's right. I'm from the country. We live near an open field. My grandfather built our house in the 40s. See what I'm saying? Plus my grandmama was, you know, she tried to hide through food from us. I told you the time my mother went and took the ham, the turkey, Christmas. My mama was like, damn, I know damn well I just baked the whole turkey. Go under the bed. What the fuck, you done hid the turkey under the bed? Because so we was three boys, and we just eat up everything in the house. She's like, so if you buy grocery, 2 days later it's gone. So they hide, so my grandma would hide the food and shit like that. And so, but like I said, my grandma was a thousandaire. She wasn't a millionaire, but she was a thousandaire. She had a lot of money. So we used to hit her damn moon. We know if she put down her money, she had all kind of money. we could go in there and hit that nest egg, man. We'd be rolling for months. So she got smart. So I got your ass now. Got my money right. She take a stocking and tie that shit on her bra. But every now and then we get that money, bro. You get that money, bro. You got some cash. She'd never remember it. We used to hit the money. We go come home from school because she'd be teaching school. Right before she retired, we hit her room. We turn that shit upside down, trying to find one of them money bras. Anyway, now going back to what I'm saying. Now, I just swallowed my damn gum. Yeah, that'll be there for 7 years or whatever. But anyway, shit. I got some colon cleanser, so I just gotta get it out. Now, anyway, they trying to say that the Asian come from white people based on they found a mummy that had a mummy under the and was purposely preserved, and the wool had this Scottish plaid on it, and they didn't make that kind in China. How the hell you know what they made in China? But first of all, what they did is they just basically went and buried them a damn white man. Now, first of all, like I said, you know, ain't no way in the hell no wool gonna stay up under no wet ice for those 3, 4, 5, 6,000 years. Now, hell, you know you got some wool pants that dry rotted on your ass last year. So, you know, but they saying, sort of based on the wool, this couldn't have been an Asian, so the original Asian was white. Then they came on TV last week on Nova and said that they got the bones from the original Native American. And they said, you know, they talk about the Bering Strait and how the people came from the Bering Strait and all. And the original Native Americans, these bones were like 7,000 years old, and when they put the, you know, here it is some white woman with some clay, and they're gonna always try to build a face. But ain't it funny that damn nose always come alkaline looking white? Now, first of all, even when a mummy rots, the damn nose is gone. So you can't just like say, I'm just gonna put some stuff over this bone of the nose and when it come out, no. The nose gone, but isn't it funny how every time they do it, the nose can never be flat, or the damn lips can never be big. So they put the clay back on and rebuilt the face of the original ancient America. And then they concluded that even if you say it's a link from Asia, it's not Asian. They say because based on the features, they came out looking Caucasoid. Now here it is again, the damn Asian is fucking, you see, white. Now you're saying the Native American is white, just like the South African is down there saying that they was originally from South Africa, they had a white strain of people. See this bullshit that's going on? And it's like, what's his name said, the brother Clipson Brown up in New York. He said, man, they got like this Ramesses tomb. They found like what? Tons of mummies. They tell you they're not gonna even open this shit up until 10 years from now. He said they up in there, they just painting and shit, chipping the walls. They just painting. You best believe when they done got that damn white pink flesh tone and shit, they painting that shit all up. So when they open it up, them shit's gonna look like doggone the Brady Bunch. See? So they fabricating stuff all over the place. You see, it's very key. You see what I'm saying? But they're fabricating.